Hello, everyone. How's it going? Dr. Incompetent here, and let's play some Project Zomboid, shall we? Continuing our complete beginner's guide. And right away, just in case we get into combat, something I want to show you before we do that is that if you go into your settings, okay, and you just push escape and you go to the game options, under display, if you move up, there will be an option, and right here under cursor, you want to make sure that you have aim outline turned on for any weapon. Okay, so if you have aim outline turned on, you're doing it right, and I'll explain in a moment. The reason you want to do this is basically it will highlight the zombie that you're targeting with like a white outline, so you know which one you're currently targeting with your weapon. And then that zombie will turn green when they're in range and you can swing. Okay, so it really, really helps you out so that you understand when something is, in your range, so you swing. Because if you swing your weapon too early, then you leave yourself vulnerable and you don't actually hit them. So I'm going to unpause it. I'm going to show you. When we right click to kind of look around, you see how now that I'm wielding our crowbar with two hands, I'm holding it like a baseball bat, and if I left click, I'm going to swing and just try to smash stuff with it, and that's how I'm going to attack, okay? Now, we've been looking around, and we have done a good job of going through this particular house that we're in and seeing what's available. And there's not much left for us. However, you can see with our moodles, we're peckish and we're getting bored. So we're a little bit hungry and we're getting a little bit bored. These things are not that difficult for us to deal with at the moment. And the time is not a problem. So we're going to go ahead and get out of here. Move to the next home and keep exploring. Okay, so I'm going to push C to crouch. And I'm going to just take a peek out here. I'm going to push I to close the inventory. I'm just going to look around out here, make sure, are there any zombies that we can see immediately? It doesn't look like it, okay? I'm going to right-click the door. I'm going to open it. And we're going to walk out, and immediately, let's just look. I'm going to hold right-click. I'm going to just pull it, you see, all the way to the edges of the screen, moving everything around. And you can zoom out even further to make this just really, really plain for you. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually close the door with right-click, and I'm going to kind of just sneak over here. Now, I'm going to stop sneaking, and I'm going to come around this corner and just look, make sure there's no zombies, all right? And I want to go to this house. Now, I could run and jump over the fence, but it's hard for me to really get a full picture of what's over there, so I don't want to get a surprise. So I'm going to run. Now, I'm holding shift to run. Normally, you walk. Okay, I'm walking like this just with WASD, but if you hold shift, you sprint. Now, the rule of this kind of, and let's just check in the mailbox. Anything in here? No. One of the things you want to know is that zombies actually move slower than you. So if you see a zombie, don't run away from it, just walk away. You can get away very easily just walking. But if you don't see zombies, it's kind of a tip to maybe consider sprinting so you level up your sprinting, and do not sprint when a zombie sees you because it makes a lot of noise, and oh boy, there's a zombie right there, and more zombies will come and we can get tired. So this zombie is like, it sees us and it's bashing on the door trying to get to us. Now, one thing you could do is just not worry about that. Now you'll notice I got this panic from seeing the zombie, and that has gone away. You could just say who cares and just walk away. That zombie's going to take forever to try to smash through that door, okay? But for us, maybe, I'm not sure, it would be interesting to try to fight a zombie. So I'm going to right click, I'm going to see, is this door open? It's not. So we can just walk around, and I'm going to zoom out, just make sure, take a gander, make sure there's no zombies sneaking up on you. They are ninjas, they will sneak up on you horribly, okay? So if I look in here, can I open this? I'm going to hold down E, try to open this window above the sink, and we did open it, okay? So that means I can sneak in here. I'm going to crouch, and I'm just going to tap E, and by tapping E, I mean not tap E, I mean hold E. Here we go. And we're in. All right, now I'm going to immediately get ready because we know there's a zombie at the front door. Now you can kind of see the door shaking a little bit because that zombie might not know that we made it in here if we're quiet enough. Yeah, the zombie is not aware, okay? So what I want to do really quickly is just make sure that there is no other zombie. Now, another thing I'm going to do is I'm going to unlock this door, and I'm going to open it in case we need to bail. I want a quick exit. Now, if you're not comfortable fighting a zombie, then just skip this house. You don't really have to fight early on. It's just something I want to show you in the tutorial, and it's not bad practice, okay? So we're looking around here, and there are no other zombies that I can see at the moment. So I am just going to, you see I'm sneaking, and I'm just going to kind of hold my right mouse button so that I'm wound up, all right? And I want this zombie right here, okay? And you can see that once it turns green, I'm in range and I can hit it. And I'm just left-clicking and bashing her. Now, walk over top of her. Okay, and push spacebar again. All right. So I just cleaned that zombie out, and it was unaware by holding left-click and then just right-clicking. I'm sorry, reverse what I said. Holding right-click and then left-clicking, taking swipes at it. It had no chance. It did not hit us. Nothing happened. You can always just, open up your health to verify that you're okay. But we did not get injured, of course. You didn't see it hit us. And we cleaned it out. Now, one thing that we want to just pay attention to is that if I look, okay, at my crowbar that I am equipped with at the moment, you'll see that its condition, it didn't really measurably go down right there, but every hit that we use with it, its condition will go down. Okay, so things suffer damage, and some things can be repaired and some things can't. A crowbar cannot be repaired, but it has such amazing durability that it doesn't really matter too much. Now, one thing you can do if you want to save weapon durability, okay, is you can simply push spacebar, okay? Now I'm going to just push C to stand up. If you push spacebar like this, you see how I push? You can push zombies away. And then if you ever knock them down, you can stand on top of them, and they can't get up when you're standing on top of them, and then you can push spacebar again, and if they're alive, you will basically try to stomp their head, and you can smash their head with your foot, and the advantage of that is it doesn't use any weapon durability, okay? So if you're concerned about preserving your weapons of life, you can even just push things down, and if they do fall down, then you can stand on them and smash them, but standing on them is always a great practice because they can't get back up, okay? So you want to be trying to take zombies one-on-one, if possible, and unawares like that. I knew that it was, I'm going to turn on the light, and this door is locked. I knew that it was going to stay at the door because zombies get fixated on doors and windows for some reason, so it thought I was out there. It's not so smart. They don't see very far, and it just kept going over there, so I was able to sneak in and just annihilate that zombie. All right, so let's just open up our inventory and see what we find. All right, we found some fish, okay? Here's a kitchen knife, which is good. We're going to grab this. This is a weapon, okay? It can also be a potential tool for cooking, and so we'll take it. It's not in great shape, but whatever. There's some fish here, okay, that we can eat, but it's uncooked, so it's dangerous to eat, so we're not going to eat it. And I'm going to move over here to this zombie. And you can see this is the zombie, right? So just like anything else in the game, you can loot the zombie. Now, this zombie has some clothes on, and it has a jacket, which is better than what we've got. It's bloody, but its condition is decent, okay? And I'm going to wear it. I'm just going to right-click, and I'm going to wear the jacket that this zombie had, okay? And you see that I'm now wearing a jacket, and it's an upgrade from what we were wearing, okay? So we now are wearing a jacket, and we actually just put it on top of our sweater, okay? So we're really hot at the moment, which is a shame. We're hungry and thirsty, but the cool thing is we got ourselves a jacket, which offers more protection. If I go here to the health panel and I go to protection, you see that now, look at this, my arms, my belly, upper arms and lower arms, these are all green. These are all at 50% scratch defense. Now, just a side note, if you ever get bit, you're pretty much infected, game over. It's over. Scratch has something like God, I want to say a 15, it's a low percent chance to infect you, but it can. So you really want to avoid getting bit. And that happens if they get really close to you. So you want to keep them away. You can push them away. You can just bap them, knock them back. And that's the advantage of the weapon that we are using right now. So I went into Carpenter. We got a little bit of short blades. I'm sorry, short blunt. How about that? And blunt weapons knock back, so that's one of their advantages. They're very noisy, unfortunately, because you're like thwonking things with them. And our crowbar is a long blunt and not a short blunt, so our skill that we started with an aptitude with is not benefiting from this. But you can see, short blunt already level 1. All right, long blunt is what we're using right now. This might start leveling up. We can look for a book of it if we're interested. Now, speaking of books, this red book right here, you see how our character is getting drowsy, we're getting tired, but also this book is amazing for reducing boredom. Now, I'm going to go ahead and push I. I'm going to close this. I need to go to the kitchen really quickly, and we need to eat. So I'm going to make sure that I'm going to close this window so that if a zombie does come in, at least I can hear them smash it, okay? And I'm going to close the curtain. I'm going to drink from the sink to get rid of that. And then we're just going to push I and look for some food. All right, so we already took a can opener because it's so awesome. And there's a bunch of canned food. But I'm going to actually try to see if there's anything in the fridge. I'm going to walk over to the fridge and just chow down on some strawberries, okay? I'm going to eat all of them. And they're fresh, so we can just jam on some fresh food. I'm not going to just eat margarine. That's ridiculous. Don't need it right now. I'm drowsy, okay? So drowsy isn't the worst, but you know that we're starting to get kind of tired with our character. By the way, let's just go I. Now look at this. There's a bunch of food over here that's awesome. Chocolate is phenomenal. Chocolate makes you happy and cures hunger. It's not great for your diet, but boy, it really helps out. Granola bar. I'm gonna eat this. I'm gonna eat the whole thing. We're hungry. We could eat a horse. So let's eat this granola bar. This should take care of our hunger. It did. Now we're getting tired. So what that means is we're gonna need to think about a place to sleep. Not just yet, but eventually. So we're gonna want to pick one of these houses that we're gonna want to fortify for a sleeping arrangement, but not yet. Right now, we want to just make sure we're going around and we're looting everything that we can. And I'm just going to kind of drag these up, and I'm going to keep looking around. Now, the door I have open, I'm actually going to close it for now. I don't need to escape rapidly. I'm okay, theoretically. If there were a zombie in here, I'd probably hear it scuttling about, but not necessarily. Here's Fishing Volume 1, which is really good. I'm going to grab this. And just keep an eye on our weight. We're at 8.38 out of 12. So we just want to make sure that we don't get too encumbered. I'm going to open this door, and I'm immediately just going to, hold right click. If there's a zombie in here, I want to be able to bap it or at least push it with that space bar. Okay? And we found some bandages. I'm just going to go ahead and shift click both of these. And really a major thing that we're looking for right now is something to carry with. I need a bag. I need something. And I don't have one. This zombie didn't have anything, did it? Okay, no, but it had a watch. Okay, we're going to actually wear this watch. So we're going to go ahead and wear the watch, and we're going to put it on our left wrist. Okay, now, some of you want to do, wearing a watch is amazing because if you wear a watch, you can see what time it is, right? I'm going to pause the game and just explain this to you. I'm going to push I to close the inventory. Actually, I can't do that right now, can I? I can with the button. I can't with the key command when it's paused. Anyway, interesting. So up in the upper right now, you see that I have a display because I'm wearing a watch. All right, so the watch is great because it tells you what time it is in military time. So it's, 2100 hours. It's like 9:40 p.m. So it is actually getting close to sleep time. It tells you what temperature it is and the date. So it's very, very useful to know what temperature it is and what time it is, okay? Now, something you always want to do is, you see this bell, okay? This is the alarm. Always make sure your alarm is off unless you intentionally want to set an alarm. because if it's on, it can go off and it will attract zombies from a long way away. It makes a big loud noise. So you can toggle your alarm on your wristwatch on or off by just clicking it up here. You can also, in your inventory, go to your watch, okay? So I have a watch on right here, and you can right-click it when the game is unpaused, I should say, and then you can set your alarm and mess with your alarm if you want. But I'm fine with it. I've turned it off with the UI, and we're good. Anything else that you have that we might want? Not really. We can rip all this stuff up for bandages if we want, but we don't really need it at the moment. All right, so trapping 2, another fishing volume 1, very good. And this is like a fisherman's house. So we're going to go ahead and open this door and make sure nobody's inside here. Looks good. All right, there's a bra. There is a shell suit jacket, which is worse than the jacket we've got. Oh, they've got a leather jacket. Okay, we're actually going to wear this leather jacket. It's better condition and it's even better protection. So leather jackets are phenomenal. We're going to wear one right away. And now my character is wearing a leather jacket. This bloody jacket, we're just going to drop this on the ground. Actually, you know what? I'm going to just rip it up and just make some bandages. And that's fine. Okay, I'm pretty happy with that then. This looks fine. And I'm just going to slide our inventory up a little bit. It's 10 p.m. Alright, let's see if there's anything else in this house that we want to get. There's a magazine for our boredom. You could see we've become bored again. But, alright. So here's what I'm going to do. Because I'm just going to be explaining stuff. You might not want to do this at this early, but now we're getting really tired. And when you get tired, you can see right here it says awareness reduced. So it's just going to make your life much worse. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to go ahead and you see this chair right here? I'm going to pick this chair up. So I'm going to click over here on the bureau icon in the left, and I'm going to click the pick up button. It looks like a drawer that with an up arrow, all right? And I'm going to select. Okay, once you get to this mode, all right, there's going to be a green square that goes on the screen, and then you move this around, and it will tell you what you're trying to pick up. I'm trying to pick up the blue rattan chair. It requires no tools, and I'm just going to pick it up. Now, when I pick this up, immediately, it's a heavy load, so it's, hard for me to move this. I'm not going to move it far. I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to say I want to place this thing down here. So now I'm going to be putting the chair down in front of the door. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold left click and I'm just going to rotate it around by just moving the mouse around in a circle until I get it like I want it. And I want it like that. So eventually it takes time to do it, but now I have blocked the door with a chair. Okay, so you can move furniture in this game. You don't want to try to pick up a refrigerator or something necessarily. That's way too heavy. But if I block the door with a chair, all right, I'm going to pick up this dark wooden chair right here. What this will allow me to do, and I'm going to place this chair, is sleep here with a higher confidence that a zombie won't be able to get in. Good. Or at least if they do try to smash on the door, then I'll hear it, okay? So make sure there's no window in here. There is not. It's the bathroom. And it's getting late. My character is tired and, a little hungry and a little bored. So I'm okay, and I'm going to actually sleep in this house. Now, another thing you can do is you can shut out the lights, okay? Push tab, by the way, to switch between these different modes, between set down, pick up, rotate, or whatever, and then just click over here on the left, okay, to stop doing that. And then once you've stopped doing the furniture interact mode by clicking this icon again, the grayed out drawer icon, you'll see when you use your mouse on the screen that green box is gone. That means that you're not doing that anymore. I'm going to click on the light and turn it out. That'll just help us reduce how many zombies we invite. I'm going to close the door and turn out the light, and I'm going to sleep. This is a good quality bed, okay? I can investigate the area if I want, but I'm okay. I'm just going to sleep. Are you sure you want to sleep? Yes. So let's go ahead and try to sleep. And our character is going to sleep, okay? Now, they're going to sleep for a time that they feel good, like before they get up. And my character just woke up naturally at 7:40 based on sleeping a good night's sleep. And now we're no longer tired. But you can set your alarm on your watch if you want to wake up earlier, but this is fine. All right, I'm going to kind of open the door, and then I'm going to walk over here, and I am going to actually just turn on the TV, okay? And I want to go to channel Life and Living, and I'm going to turn it on, and I'm going to just turn this on, and we're going to tune in and see if this is on. And it feels like it is not doing anything for us right now, but you can always just go in and say, hey, am I getting any skill boosts right now? And we're getting static. We're not getting what we want. So we tried, but we can leave this on while we mess around in the house. All right. Now, at this point, we're hungry and thirsty and bored. So boredom is easy enough to fix just by going outside if it's light boredom. If this escalates, okay, then we're going to need to do something else. But for now, I'm just going to go ahead and drink. And I'm going to go and eat. And there's canned foods, so I'm going to open the canned potato, just one of them. When you open a food that's in a container with your can opener, it will go into your own carried inventory, and you'll see that there are open canned potatoes, and I'm just going to eat the whole thing. Now, if you want, you can just save canned foods because they take a long time to go bad, so you don't want to necessarily eat them. But I ate the fresh food in here that I wanted, and I'm happy with that. And let's go. So now, I could go out the door, or I could just, open the window and open the curtain, and then climb through by holding E, and let's go. What we're doing is just going to the next house. We are just looking around. Any zombies? Feels pretty good. And let's take a look in here. We're always just looking for stuff to improve our chances of survival. And what I'm looking for desperately is a container, a bag. I can't carry very much right now. And it says I'm moist, slightly damp, rain, or sweat. Now, this is because my character is too hot. And it's like I'm wearing too many clothes. So what you can do is you can go into your inventory and be like, all right, I don't need all of these clothes on. Like, so for example, I probably don't need to be wearing a sweater, a leather jacket, and a denim shirt, okay? And a t-shirt. So I'm going to go ahead and unequip the t-shirt. And we're going to just rip it. And hopefully this will help us cool down a bit. But I could also take off some other of my clothing, okay? I don't have to be wearing a denim shirt, perhaps. So there's some choices that you can make there. All right. And I'm going to go ahead and just see if we can open this window. I'm going to hold E. And we can't. And let's just take a gander. Inside the house. It's locked. And we got in. Great. So I'm just going to climb through and immediately, hey, anybody in here? What do we got? How's it going? Just walk through casually with our crowbar. I don't like to open doors at first. I'm just going to go through the closed area or the open space and leave the doors closed, rather, is what I meant to say. Check out that kitchen. All right. And we can now close the curtains. Yep. And so I am hot. So at this point, I'm getting too hot. So I'm going to go ahead and take off my denim shirt. And hopefully this will help me. And it did enough. Okay. And it's time to open the door. It's a bathroom. Here's the bedroom. All right, let's look around. And we're going to just open the inventory. And I need to see. You got gloves. They got a hoodie. You got an electric guitar. All right. Gloves are actually reasonable. We can wear those. Cover our hands anyway. And they have some bedside reading material, but not what we're really looking for. I'm going to just shrink that up a little bit. And they've got a VHS of Paris in the Rain. Cooking Volume 1, that's great if we want to practice cooking, okay? There's a radio, there's some carpentry. This actually does nothing for us. We need a higher level carpentry book because we started with 3 as a carpenter. All right, and I'm just checking out everything they've got lying around. All right, let's check this closet. Okay, so there's a toolbox, and it has, you know, we could carry stuff in the toolbox. It does not hold that much. I'm going to take the battery for a flashlight. So we could carry around a toolbox in one hand if we wanted, but I really don't want to. I'm just sad, and I'm just going to, you know, jump out this window and move to the next house. Look around for some zombies. This house had a dog and a basketball hoop. Okay, let's take a look in here. Go ahead and open the window, and I'm going to climb through. And let's just take a gander. Anybody in here? There's an on TV. That's bad. Sometimes that can attract zombies if it's too loud. So I'm going to turn the volume down. We're going to go ahead and go to Life and Living, and we're going to tune in. All right. This has a VCR if we want to play some VHS tapes, by the way. And I'm going to just click on this. And anybody in here? No. All right. So I'm going to push I and port a disc. Okay. Crossword magazine. Getting a little thirsty. All right. Metalwork book. Great. Mechanics book. Great. A lot of good books. Fishing and tailoring level 2. That's nice. I'm getting thirsty, so I'm just going to go ahead and drink. Let's check this room right here. Is this a laundry? Oh, it's the bathroom. Okay. I'm going to just shrink this up a little bit. All right. And alarm clock, crossword magazine. So an alarm clock is nice because you can use it to lure enemies away. Like you can set it someplace and then have it go off and ring the alarm in like 5 minutes and then move zombies. They'll go to it. Like from, if there's too many zombies somewhere, you can set it someplace else and watch them move away and then get in there. Now, we found some really awesome stuff. So we got boots. These boots, you can look at this. Bite and scratch defense is 100. So we want to wear these boots right away. These will protect our feet beautifully. There's also an umbrella, which meh, but the screwdriver, we gotta have it. We gotta take that and be happy with it. Rope is good as well, but I'm not as enthusiastic about that. I'll grab this battery. Now our encumbrance is becoming to the point where we're almost carrying too much. But luckily, I've got some stuff where I can actually just get rid of some things. Now, I will say, this frying pan that we have, this is like a short blunt. Like, short blunt would be a one-handed, like a hammer, one-handed thing, usually. And we could take advantage of that, potentially. But the crowbar right now is doing us its best work. I'm going to go ahead and just drop this denim shirt, all right? And you can see that it will boost our bite and scratch defense if we wear this, okay? So it's like it does provide some protection because it's layers, but right now it makes me too hot. And so, you know, if I look at my protection, I'm actually pretty good. My pants, like my shins and stuff, my hands, my head, not great, but, you know. Oh, all in all, not bad. All right, let's check this bathroom for some medical supplies. And bottle of disinfectant is enormous, okay, so we're going to take that. And you can see our encumbrance did go down significantly by dropping that shirt. I'm going to close this. And we're just going to go ahead and unlock the door and open it. So there's a bunch of zombies right there, and they just saw us, right? I'm going to close this, okay? So all of those zombies saw us. If I turn around, there's like 4 zombies. So here's how you get away from zombies. They operate on sight and hearing. So what you want to do is turn the corner, move through trees like this, anything that you can do to change their line of sight, to get out of their line of sight, they will lose you, okay? Do not run. Do not attract other zombies. Just walk casually away. And then we can just check back. I'm going to just zoom way out. And I'm going to go around this corner. And I'm going to see, like, okay, are these zombies still following us? You see, they're way back there. They've already lost interest. They're, like, at that house. We broke line of sight, and they can't see us. They cannot see this far. We can. They cannot see us. So there's a big group of zombies over there. So I'm going to go to my map, and I'm just going to say, okay, I'm here. I'm going to start putting in some red check marks and be like, we checked here, and we checked here. And then I'm also going to, in pencil, add a note right here that just says Zeds, Zeds, like that. And then I'm going to push escape, and we can just kind of drag this around. So this just reminds me, oh, there were zombies over there. All right, so let's not go that way for now. Now, something you can do, if you want, okay, is if you see a group of zombies like that, you can crouch and sneak up, and then you can press Q, okay, to whisper. If you're not crouching, Q will yell, it will shout. But if you're crouching, you see how I said psst, you kind of whisper, and it will usually attract less zombies, or like not as many will hear it. And so what that can do for you, I'm going to check the map, and I'm here. So let's try to, where do we want to go? There's a lake, maybe some kind of big facility here. Do I want to maybe go check this house around the corner? So you can use the whisper to try to pull out one at a time. Now this forest, we want to be like super careful around this forest. Well, it's raining. This is where we started. There's something over here, but I'm not going to mess with it. I'm going to run. Sometimes if it's really hot and you run, you will work up a sweat and your character will get hot. Then just stop running. Okay. Here we go. Yep, just like that. Look at that. I got hot from running. But if I just stop running, I should be okay. All right, I'm going to stop sneaking, and I'm just going to kind of look around. All right, so this was a public park up here. And actually, no, this is a school. So that's very interesting. And here's a bunch of houses. The school will be really cool for us to potentially loot. There's a car up there as well. You can see there are 2 zombies over there. 2 zombies are doable. You could potentially take 1 or 2 zombies, but 3 is bad. 3 or more run. And by run, I mean usually just try to walk away. All right, so I'm going to just click on this, and I'm going to take out this garbage bag. We can't find anything to carry anything. Well, guess what? A garbage bag, at least, we can carry stuff with. So I'm going to go into my inventory, and I'm going to say, hey, garbage bag is a container. All right? So we can, if we want, all right, equip this in our secondary, all right, and hold a garbage bag. And then now that we're holding a garbage bag, you can see on our inventory over here on the right, there's our main inventory, which is this box. There's our key ring, and then any bags that we have are here. And we can put stuff in our garbage bag that we're not going to use. Like, for example, right now I've got like painkillers, I've got, you know, the fishing, the crossword magazine, the book. I'm just going to select all of that. I'm going to drag it and then just drop it into our garbage bag. It takes time to put it in there, but it will help with our encumbrance if I put stuff in there. These shoes, we're going to just drop these on the ground. We don't need to carry those. Okay? All of this stuff, the pens, the pencils, the sheets. Okay? I'm going to put these in the garbage bag for now just to offset our encumbrance. That's what bags do. They change it so the weight doesn't change. I'm going to drop this can, but the encumbrance will shift if you... I'm going to put the dirty rags in there, put them in a bag. Okay, so this bag can hold a lot, you know, which is good. And I'm going to go ahead and put the frying pan as well. Tweezers, even the screwdriver. Just drop all that, put it in there. Alright, so now our life is a little bit better. But the problem is, I need to go to my crowbar and equip it in primary. Alright, so the crowbar is cool. You can see my weight went down even more, my encumbrance, because I'm holding the crowbar. So I don't do as much damage anymore with it as if I'm wielding it with two hands, but now I have a bag to carry around. So we're getting around town, and let's go ahead and get into this house if we can. I'm just going to go ahead and try to open this window. We got it. And let's just hold E and climb through. Okay. And let's zoom out and just make sure there's nobody in here. That looks like a zombie on the ground. Or what is that? Alright, I'm a little bit suspicious of what that is. It might just be a... Okay, it's not a zombie. And I shouted. And... nothing in here. Okay. There is a zombie outside, though. So the shout attracted the zombies, or they saw me through the window. They're trying to come in. They're breaking stuff. Okay. So in this case, they're in the house. So I'm going to just open the door and just walk out. And here they come. And let's just try to fight them one-on-one. Let's just show you how to do this. So what you want to do is just walk it back. All right? And you want to make sure that when it turns green, you swing. You're always moving in Project Zomboid when you're fighting. Okay? You're just walking it back. When they get green, you swing at them. Okay? Walk back. We're not doing a lot of damage here. But we're only fighting one at a time. And then it's gone. And then step on top of it. And then use the spacebar to smash its head. And then when you hear that gross sound and you can't target it anymore, then you know you win. Alright, and then let's see. Do you have anything good? You don't. Alright, we're going to walk off. One zombie gone. Alright, here comes this one. So let's just ready our weapon. Alright. And just walk back. Turns green, you punch him. Okay. Turns green, you smack him with the crowbar. He's down. Step on top of him. And just keep pushing the spacebar until he's dead. You'll hear a splattering noise, and you see how he kind of turns like this reddish, like he's jaundiced almost color. That means he's gone. Alright? And you can check him out, see if he's got anything. They usually don't, but you never know. And those two zombies that we shouted at and kind of attracted, or maybe they saw us through the window, I'm not entirely sure. Here's another one up here, by the way. they're gone. And there's even another one. So we'll just take these out one at a time and make this area a little safer for ourselves and practice combat. Okay? Just walk it back. Turns green, you smack it. Walk it back. Just be real patient with it. Stay away from the trees. No surprises. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Nice and easy. If you want, you can practice pushing. And he knocked down. And then got him. So you see the push actually did knock this one down. And then we were able to kind of like hit it on the ground with our crowbar. Or if we wanted, we could try to step on it and smash its head with our feet. But this is a lot of the zombie fighting, and I'm really just kind of showing you this to demonstrate what combat looks like when you can just fight one at a time. This is how you should start, just one at a time. Right? So the push did wonders right there, and then we can just kind of clock this one in the face. Pushed away lightly. And then we got it. Got it. Alright. This zombie has like something. She's impaled with something. Yeah, she got stabbed with a fork. She's got a diamond ring. Nice. Okay. And alright. We don't really need any of that. Alright, let's see. Did we get... I mean, how are we doing? This area had a lot of zombies, but if you can clear it out, they've even got a little garden going in the front. If you can clear it out, then this area might be safe for us to investigate. I'm just going to walk around here. I'm sweating. I'm hungry. I think we're good, honestly. And let me just go back in the house, make sure there's nothing in here. All right, great. Let's drink. That's not what I meant to do, but that's cool. Close that curtain. Zoom in. And let me just click on this, and I'm going to say drink. And then let's eat what's in the fridge here. Yep. Okay. Eat all these carrots and grapes and stuff. Okay, great. So, you know, we still haven't really found a great container. We're carrying a trash bag, but it's better than nothing. And we've got to do a lot of combat. We're exploring a lot of houses, and we're learning a ton about the game, and we're still alive. So we found ourselves a leather jacket. By the way, you see how dirty I am? I got blood everywhere. If you right-click, if you want, you can wash all your clothing. So with a sink, you can just select wash, and you can just say wash, you know, all your clothing, and stand here and just wash. It takes a long time to do this. It's longer if you don't have soap, and you can clean off the blood. There's really not necessarily a great point to doing that if you just in case you don't like seeing it, but it is something that you can do. Now, if you just move, you can cancel it as well. Okay, so everyone, we're doing great, and I hope that you're still finding this tutorial series to be helpful and useful. Let me know if you want to see anything more, if you have any specific questions in the comments below, but we're just going to kind of keep plodding along and exposing new gameplay elements as they emerge, and pretty soon we're going to want to maybe situate ourselves and build a base, but we still have a little bit of stuff to do first. Everyone, thank you so much for watching. Take care.